Hey everyone, today we're going to discuss how you know if you're ready to hire a coach or a mentor. This would include a personal trainer, any specialist, any coach, any mentor. And I've got your top checkpoints, but I also go into a little more detail on other elements which could be useful. And I'll take any questions you've got. So let's get going. Hey everyone. So today I thought we'd chat about how we know whether we're ready to hire a coach or a mentor. And this can be in fitness or it can be in anything that you want to achieve in life. So even the greatest people, entrepreneurs, have hired coaches or personal trainers or mentors within their life to achieve a certain aspect of their life. Now, if we look at personal trainers, I'm going to go into the basics of when you're ready or signs of when you're ready to hire a coach, mentor, or personal trainer, somebody who's going to help you achieve those goals. For a personal trainer, I'll just touch on base on a separate note for that. Sometimes when we're very busy in life, it's a lot easier to have someone that can do the mental thoughts, the plan, and everything that you need so that you just show up. So a personal trainer will help guide you in terms of your nutrition to achieve those goals. The personal trainer will make the plan for you to achieve those goals, will tell you whether it's realistic in terms of the time frame you want to do, in terms of what their recommendation of the time frame is, and also if you're still stuck on your own time frame, what is achievable in that time frame. You'll turn up at your session, it's already planned, and you don't have to think of anything. So that's one reason why I think it's really useful to hire a personal trainer, but you really need somebody that you're relatable to, someone who's qualified. I say this because when I started my fitness journey, if you've been following my videos on my intro, I did start off when I joined the gym with two different types of personal trainers that I took a course with them or booked a number of sessions with. Both were lovely PTs, but to be honest, I think it's probably my work way with my clients that differs. So I'm all about educating the client, because even if the client achieves their goal, there'll always be other goals for the client if they wish to. And some clients also, even for myself, it's about accountability. So knowing you're going to turn up and your coach or your personal trainer or whoever it is there, it helps you be accountable and push you further. It doesn't mean, even if you're very self-motivated, that you're going to be able to push yourself to the maximum effort. And I guess this is very apparent once you become a PT, because you know what the maximum rep range is for a person or for yourself, and you look at like what you've been doing, you're like, wow, I can push myself a lot further. But it's a lot easier if you have a PT, but also whatever you're trying to achieve in life, that coach or mentor. And it's those small steps that you won't realize that you're doing, that at the end of it, the puzzle fits. So you've got small puzzle pieces which are each session with your coach or trainer or mentor, and this can be about life, it could be about life transformation, it could be life purpose. Some of the coaching I do is also around your life purpose. So if you've been in a job and you want to move into a different industry, I do a lot of different coaches for different clients and different levels as well, entrepreneurs, leaders. So you attend and it's small puzzle pieces, but at the end of it you see a path and there's an epiphany, or there's a change in your body depending on what you're having your coach for. So it can be a real game changer. It can fail if you don't have the right coach or mentor, but that's what we need to check at the beginning, but also along the way, because you need to give the person the fair amount of chance to see some sort of change. And you won't always hear what you want to hear if it's a coach that really wants you to push you to your goals. And also there's different ways of working. So some people work best when they are challenged. and told to move it. And some people work best when they're like, yeah, I totally understand. You've had a very stressful day, and a lot of compassion. And some people work both ways. And it's about knowing your client, and you as a client looking for a coach or PT, telling them what you want, but also seeing if that person is relatable to you. Have they been through this before? Have they sustained the change? Are they qualified? Can you relate to them? I think there's a lot around feedback. There's also a lot around how connected do you feel to the person. If you're not feeling connected, you're not going to be able to achieve your goals, regardless if the person is the person who trained an ex-athlete or a person who's mentored an entrepreneur. If you're not connecting to that person, it's not going to work out for you or them. So really look at who you connect with, why you connect with them, and I guarantee you that will bring you success. I don't think enough coaches or mentors, people speak about this, but it's a really important element. Maybe 2023, if you have the financial ability, is the year you choose to have someone to guide you within a certain aspect of your life. But you still also need to drive. So you need to be a driver as well. You need to do the work. It won't magically just happen because you have one, a trainer or coach, a life mentor, whatever it is. And this comes from my personal experience and the impact that I have had on clients, but also when I've had discussions with mentors who are maybe a bit older than me, or have been on the journey right from the start, or somewhere in their life they've got more experience, or there's different ideas, and so it makes you reflect on your own goals. I'd not be here today if I didn't have my personal experience in terms of the challenges I faced alone to overcome. And this is why I'm very passionate about being a personal trainer, a yoga teacher, energy healer, a life purpose teacher, and coach and mentor, and a transformation empowerment coach and mentor. As you can see, transformation empowerment goes across all spans of life. And that's why I also got the qualifications, but it's through my own journey, and also being someone who has had to do a lot alone and stand up for herself and do it alone. And it takes a lot of years to learn. And also, if we're talking about body, it's a very fine line of science and also knowing what works. And that's why I'm also a big advocate of, it's not about just science. Your mental and your soul and your environment needs to align with where you want to be physically. A very big advocate on that. And that's why you'll see in some of my tips, it's not all around, okay, if you're doing a bicep curl, we're going to do straight sets, and then next week we're going to do partial sets or isometric holds. That will all come with it, but I need to make sure that mentally they're with me, and mentally these goals are the byproducts that help them achieve that overarching goal. So yes, it is a financial investment. Sometimes it's difficult to have that financial investment, I totally know, and that's why I've got these putting these videos up, and also hoping to create a community for us all where maybe we can have some live chats. I've done a couple of videos where they're quick interim live ones on a subject, and we can sit and have questions and create our own community, regardless of what your goal is, whether it's weight loss, whether it's strength training, whether it's yoga, whether it's healing, whether it's injury and mobility, whatever it is you are wanting to overcome or feel connected to people. So off topic just a tiny bit there, but let's see in general what would be our top tips of how you're ready to hire a coach or a mentor. I'm going to keep it a coach and mentor. That would also include your fitness, strength training, your personal trainer, transformation, strength, mobility coach, whatever it is, it includes all coaches and mentors. One is you're prepared to be challenged and pushed out your comfort zone. So by this, you will, sometimes you don't feel you've plateaued, but you see people around you that are achieving and you're like, I think I can do this, but there's something, either I need someone to help me to recognize certain stuff or help give me that push, or both. So that would be my first one. Then then I'd say you need help reaching the goal and I want accountability. Remember how I said that some clients just want the accountability? So it's the same thing. You will want a goal. You might even know how to do it. You might want to speed up the process of getting there. And it does, if you have the right coach and mentor, it does help you. Life will help you if you put your mind to it, but it will take a long journey of learning as well. So you hire someone who's been in that area who can help you. And also a coach or mentor is someone as a sounding board. A lot of people take that for an advantage, but it's amazing sometimes how the coach or mentor that you have can really act as a sounding board. And that's why I say it's really important to find the person that fits with you, and their values, what they're about, because my values might not always align with someone, but I'm a very integrous, honest person, so I will never change my values based upon I know what the client wants, because ultimately I know I can help the client achieve their goal, and I have to make sure that what we do aligns with their values, but they also need to know in terms of my values what they are, because that's the way I will operate, because I'm very integrous. So it helps you reach your goal. And like I said, accountability can also be a reason you hire someone, because sometimes we just need that accountability check. And I believe a lot of successful people have coaches and mentors, even personal trainers till to now. They know the ins and outs to a certain extent of what they need to do for their body. And this is why I also don't necessarily upload videos on how to do a squat or what I did today in the gym, because the most successful elements, and this is going off topic, are very repetitive. And I can do a video on that next time in terms of like what I've done in terms of my workout or what I do with the clients. But if you're interested in coaching, mentoring, or personal training with me, you can always send me a message and we can have a consultation. So accountability just helps you show up and stay on track, even if you've just achieved a goal, but you're keeping that coach or mentor with you, so you continue. I'd say third is by hiring this coach or mentor, it will improve your chances of success. Some of these I've already mentioned. In terms of, like I said, it will be such a long route of learning, and life deviates you. You might decide to give up, and you might not push through to the end, because life does knock us down, and there are other things that are going on in our lives that need our attention as well. So your chances are to succeed if you've got the right person that's right for you. You are likely to succeed by a lot more. I mentioned a sounding board. A coach and a mentor can be a sounding board. Now, that's not why you would hire someone. So you go for counseling or therapy or talk therapy, but your coach or mentor is there for you to know and realize it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask any question anyway, especially if you've been alone or you've had to be the stronger one, or you're not, you're slightly they say like the black sheep of the family, so you're on a different track, purpose. Maybe your family are lawyers and you're deciding to go into arts or dancing or whatever it is, and so you feel like you're on this journey alone, and you want to succeed in it. And that's why I do life purpose coaching, because it helps you, again, an area where I've deviated on my own journey. So I totally understand how hard that can be. So it makes you realize it's okay to ask for help and ask questions in general. Another thing that, this is number 6, that it makes you realize that you are, sorry, number 5, I think. Sound, I put soundboard in, but I don't want to make that number 5. But it is an element. So number 5 is you have decided, I'm willing to make the time and the financial commitment. And often financial commitment makes us stick to something a lot more. Who's been there that if you don't have to buy something, then it's okay, or you have a gym membership because they've made a discount of, I don't know, it used to be 25 quid or whatever it is in your country. Let's say in the Middle East, let's say it's around, I don't know, 350 UAD, United Arab Emirates, and they've made it down to, let's say for the first month, 250. So they've knocked it off, and you're like, okay, a whole month of the gym, I'll do that. But then you think about hiring a personal trainer, where what you've just spent for a whole month in the gym might be one session with that trainer. And some trainers, if they're very qualified, very specialist, they've put their education in, then they might charge more because their time is worth it and they know that they can help you achieve your goals. Don't always think the cheaper, and I say this because I know some people go for something that's cheaper, is going to be the most cheapest in the long run. Your body takes time to change, and it might mean that you go through a few months with someone, and that if that person is not the right fit for you, you might as well have gone with the person who has the specialist expertise or been on the journey themselves for a lot of years, or qualified in various jurisdictions or levels, or also have additional qualifications of maybe understanding the body, etc. And that's why you'll find, I don't want to talk about myself too much, but you'll find that I have taken diplomas in body anatomy. I have specialist mobility certification and injury, and also like you already on my bio, it'll be advanced level UK PDA approved, level 4 PT, but also I'm US ISA PT and also a UAE reps PT in the Middle East. So I've put in the work, and these are not online. You have to attend. Yoga teaching, energy healer, body meridians, all that, so that I can fully try to understand the body and the different clientele. One video I'm going to be uploading is yoga for fibromyalgia, because I think there's a lot of unique communities that we don't talk about. Now, I made notes so I don't digress, and I've digressed, but I'm so passionate about this. So we said if you're able to make the time and financial commitment and you're ready to. So don't always just go for the cheapest. And I was also saying about financial commitment, you got your gym offer for $250, but you realize, actually, I want to hire a coach and I want to hire someone that I relate to, even if it costs me an extra £10, £5, 100 UAE dirhams. But at least I know I'm going to succeed. At least I'm happy to see my coach. Not only is it a session that we have either online for whatever my goal is, but I actually enjoy it during that time. It's like leisure as well as success. That's very important. Then we have number 6. You want to learn and become better. So you're making an investment in your future self. It's so important to invest in our future self. and you're ready to learn and make it better. It's so important to know that. I started this off by saying the most successful athletes, the most successful coaches, most successful entrepreneurs, the most successful people, when they can, as long as there's no financial constraint, because we all might go through it through life, they are likely to hire people that help them. So I think one thing that's looked down upon is that people that, for example, let's say a personal trainer of yours actually has a trainer because they're going through a competition. Some people might question that trainer, like, why do they have a trainer to compete if they're my trainer? But the trainer they might have might be a specialist in certain elements of their body that is a weakness in terms of physique. And also there's about physique, there's posing techniques, there's the overall look, what you can do to accentuate that weakness so it's not seen as a weakness while they're on stage. So it's very important to know that. And once you know you're ready to learn more, become better, and invest in your future self, that is number 6. You ask other coaches and people for advice, but you still feel lost, frustrated, and confused. How many times have you asked someone that apparently knows the stuff in the game, someone else has said they seem to know it, or you've been on the gym floor, or you've bumped into someone and you're like, I'll just ask them because I'll get a quick answer to my confusion or whatever it is. Going back to mental space, it could also relate to the way you're feeling, your thoughts and your talk towards yourself. So one of the elements I'm certified as is cognitive behavioral therapy, and that was because I was very stressed at one part in my life, and I actually took up those sessions, and then I decided that actually I think this is something that could help everyone, whether you're in a corporate role or not. It's something that could help everyone, and so I decided to take the certification. But you'll ask someone and you're like, okay, how comes they're let's say a PT? How comes they're a PT or coach? I didn't get that answer. It's really frustrating. I don't understand it. I'm still confused. I feel lost, but it seems like everyone understands. So that's where the relatability to the person you hire comes in place. So yes, often you're ready and you're asking people around you, and you still feel very lost, frustrated, you don't have the answer and confused. Number 8, you're tired of spinning those wheels. I'm not going to elaborate on it. You're just tired of going on the roll, seeing you're not achieving something, asking people, you're not getting anywhere, and it's time you've reached your maximum plateau without someone pushing you further for that goal. Number 8, I believe, you're looking for guidance and support, but you fully understand you still need to do the work. Very important, because I think people you can hire someone and you're like, okay, they're going to do the work. You need to put the work in, because while you're putting the work in, you're also changing habits, emotional behaviors. There's a lot around that I don't want to digress again, but you do need to put in the work. The guidance, support, mentoring coach will be there, but the work has also got to come from yourself. Obviously, they're working in the background, they're putting the plan in place, the sessions in place, they're getting to know you, they're starting to know your behaviors, they're adapting to you, you're adapting to them. They know your off days, they know your good days. You're building a relationship. If you've been with the coach for a long time, it maybe becomes a deeper professional relationship. You know more about them, they know more about you. And so you fully understand that you also need to do the work. They are like a GPS. Guides you, you get there, no issues, but you do have a journey to get there, and you do need to drive. So they're my top tips on hiring a coach or a mentor, that can be a game changer. And the elements in terms of knowing whether you're ready to do so. If you've got any queries, I'd love to hear from you. Please do like and subscribe so it gets the video pushed out in the algorithm. You know, the algorithm is kind of ruthless, and it might just help somebody rethink or take one sentence from here that helps them for their day. And I'd love to hear from you like I always do. If you want to work for me on a separate note, if you want to work with me, you can always send me a message, send me an email. My email's there, and I can get back to you. So take care and have an amazing day wherever you are.